Alright, peace, y'all. Peace, peace, peace. So, in this video, I'm gonna go down the rabbit hole. All right. Um, I'm gonna be talking about sports, drugs, and entertainment. Now, but I'm gonna be talking about how this is all structured, okay, and designed as a tactic to mislead us. All right. Um, So the government was created on September 17th, 1787. All right. It was actually designed to deliver evolution of structure, okay, to form new agencies such as the army, the police, secret societies, things of that nature, and also to regulate new laws. All right. But in 1769, a individual by the name of William Blackstone, okay, he started the commentaries of the laws of England, all right, which basically consisted of the individual of the state to govern families, which they had to be well behaved, maintain a good neighborhood, have good manners, and to be decent, what I'm saying, with each other, all right? But William Blackstone also quoted that the police were the kings of men. All right, so they basically put the police in place to have control over us. This is why most people are afraid of the cops. All right, a cop is in the power of authority, although they are public citizens. All right, but the government put them in place of authorities. This is why they have all of these damn weapons. Right. Um, Now, I want to talk about the definition of government, all right? So, the definition of government here says the governing body of a nation, state, or community, all right? Second one says the system by which a nation, state, or community is governed, okay? The action or manner of controlling, keyword, controlling or regulating a nation, organization, or people, okay? Now, when we look at the word government, I already actually spoke on the aspect of government, right? But the word govern, right, is to control, all right? It is to control, all right? And now the reason why they put meant at the end was actually to insist on governmentality, okay? To control the minds of the masses, all right? This is why a lot of this stuff, people don't know that these churches, these secret society groups, these fraternities, all of these things are in place to keep the masses, okay, at a lower level, all right, to prevent you from going past that level, all right. Once you sign up to be a rapper or athlete, all right, then you are playing the game of the government, all right. Now, in 1896, okay, the NBCI was created, okay, which actually stands for the National Bureau of Criminal Identification, okay. They actually provided agencies that I mentioned earlier with info to identify known criminals, okay. So they were playing the side game of delivering information to the army, the military, Secret Service, police, all of these different groups. The NBCI was actually giving information to these groups. All right. Now, when President William McKinley was assassinated, all right, they kept record of all of the anarchists that was causing trouble. All right. Now, the anarchists were basically the rebels that didn't want to go along with being controlled by the government. All right. So the people that fought back against the government system, all right, these people were actually put on the list. Okay. So in 1935, they changed the name from NBCI to the FBI, which stands for Federal Bureau Investigation. All right. Whom they gave the chain of command to J. Edgar Hoover. All right. So we all know who J. Edgar Hoover was. All right. He was basically in charge of the FBI. All right. Now, if we take a look at certain groups, right, around this time, you had the Black Panthers Party, the Nation of Islam, the Civil Rights Movement. All right, all of these different groups had one thing in common. okay? And that was they did not want to be controlled by the government, all right? So this is why a lot of those groups were infiltrated. You had the Black Panther parties was infiltrated by the FBI, the Nation of Islam, Civil Rights Movement, all of these different groups were infiltrated by the FBI, okay? And they had to do something more clever. And a lot of the leaders that were in charge of those groups wound up to be mysteriously assassinated, all right? But we're going to get into that as well. Now, the FBI actually created a spinoff in 1956, which was called CoIntel Pro. Now, some of y'all may know what CoIntel Pro is. Some of y'all may not know what CoIntel Pro is, all right? But they use CoIntel Pro to basically disrupt groups, okay, such as the Communist Party, all right, the Ku Klux Klan, all right, and also, like I mentioned, the Black Panther Party, all right, along with many other groups as well. All right, but COINTELPRO was actually later exposed in 1971. All right, when someone from the Citizens Commission actually stole some top secret documents from the FBI field office and shared it with the news broadcasting system. All right, so this is how people actually found out about COINTELPRO, because before then it was just a small group of individuals that were infiltrating groups, okay, and finding out information on what their plans were. All right. Now, I believe COINTELPRO had to become more creative, okay, with their spying tactics. All right. So they created groups like the Bloods and the Crips. All right. Now, a lot of y'all ask me, yo, Jay, can you speak on the gang stuff and all that stuff? But I'm gonna break it down a little bit in this video. Maybe I'll do a video later on about that. But COINTELPRO actually created the Bloods and the Crips, all right? A lot of those high-ranking gang members at the very beginning when these groups were created, all right, were part of COINTELPRO, all right? It got to the point where it was way out of hand, you know, and majority of the people have died, all right? But they were working with the FBI and the CIA without a doubt. A lot of those gang members were definitely working with the FBI and the CIA, all right? As well as Rick Ross, okay, who made selling drugs seem easy, all right? And gave blacks a way out, you know, to make it seem like this was a successful route, all right? But let's fast forward to hip hop, all right, that also gave blacks a way out, okay, and expanded in their way of creativity, all right? But did it really, all right, is the question. Did it really give blacks a way out, all right? Now, if we pay attention to hip hop today, right, females are shaken and basically have lost moral compass of a family structure, okay? Meanwhile, the male rappers who actually promote death and going to jail, all right, this is all designed by the government, all right? This is all designed by the government, all right? They designed it that way, okay? Since programs such as Section 8, all right, we go back and take a look at the program of Section 8 where the fathers had to leave the household, okay, in order for the women to have support from the government, all right?
The chairman of the Housing Authority is Charles Swibel.
We at the Chicago Housing Authority have interpreted the rules and regulations in regard to public housing to mean that we are to provide safe, decent and sanitary housing, which means good housing, but not luxurious housing. Some of the individual complaints that I, as well as the people on the outside, have heard about the residents not being able to paint walls, not being able to hang pictures on the walls, are a slight over-exaggeration. We do give our tenants now a choice of 5 colors. This is an evolution. You must remember that these people have come out of slums. They have brought with them some of the slum-bred ideas, some of the slum-bred hostilities. In regard to hanging a picture on the wall, all we ask of them is that they notify the manager so we can give them the proper hook. We don't want to make it so comfortable and so ideal for them that they wish to remain in public housing. We are trying to get them upgraded, if you will, so that they can go out on the open market and find private housing. If I had a choice of living at Robert Taylor Homes or in a dilapidated shack, I would choose Robert Taylor Homes.
Now, if we take a look at the structure of a single parent home, right, where you take the father out of the home, okay, this leaves for entertainers, sports athletes, and drug dealers that are on the corner, okay, to be looked at as the messiahs, okay. It's all designed that way, all right. Now, when we look at this, right, the structure of how this is ran, it's a trap, okay, because most black children, they don't really understand that, athletes and rappers are actually picked, okay, to do a specific task, all right. When you sign up to be a rapper or athlete, you're actually signing up to be a part of the government, okay, to control the masses, all right, to keep people at a lower level. All right, but a lot of people don't understand this. If you got rappers out here saying, hey, you know what, I just shot this guy the other day, and then a kid goes out there and tries to kill somebody, okay, he's going to be put in jail, all right? But the rapper doesn't tell the kid that, okay? If you shoot somebody, okay, you're going to jail. They don't tell you that because it's all a tactic by the government, all right? When we see a lot of females getting less and less further away from the family structure, okay, that makes it more easier for the woman to depend on the government, all right? Whereas, most women, well, they might say, oh, I don't need a man or whatever, right? But this is all structured this way because the government designed it this way. All right. So when we take a look at these rappers and these athletes and these drug dealers, right, they all have one thing in common. All right. They are playing the game of working with the government. All right. A lot of them go to jail for their crimes and things that they commit. All right. But, at the end of the day, they are pawns and puppets, okay, who agreed to actually play this game. All right. Now, if we notice, right, I want to say this before I end the video. If we notice, right, that these people are not for us, like I said before in the older video, you go and try to talk to a celebrity or whatever the case may be, they're gonna look down on you because they are taught and trained, okay, to keep you controlled, okay. That this is what media training is called. When people go and sign up for media training, they teach them. They stroke their ego every day and tell them, hey, you're better than everybody else. It's favoritism. Okay. So what a lot of people don't understand is when you get involved in these type of entertainment businesses and all of this stuff. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't become a rapper, but or a model or actor, whatever you want to do, you can. But at the same time, you have to also know the structure of how the government is ran. All right, it's not far fetched. If you noticed what's actually going on and what's taking place, all right, you'll actually see that everything is structured and designed to keep the masses, okay, at a lower level. All right, all the while you'll never reach the level of plateau these people will ever reach. Okay, but in order to join these organizations, all right, they have secret societies and groups and occultic practices that a lot of these people take place in. All right. Yeah, though, but just like I say, you guys, this stuff is, it's not far fetched, man. It ain't far fetched. So I hope I touched on that and gave you guys some information that you could use. I'm gonna be doing another video for you guys this week. All right, and stay safe out there, y'all. Peace.